Welcome back to Limbus Company, Daily Mirror Dungeon. Now, as per always, I've got, using the new units once again, this time for a kind of different purpose. We're running, specifically these 6. They've all got at least one decent Wrath attack and a Wrath counter, so we can go fully into the Wrath. Basic plan is turn 1, we Capote and 4th Match Flame, give everyone Wrath damage up and inflict Wrath Fragility onto the enemies. And then the turn after that, we just go for all of our Wrath attacks, and we see how that goes, right? That's the rough idea, at least, and, first, we'll focus on gaining eagle resource and stuff to begin with. Starting with Wound Cleared and Family's Day. Just going for Bleed, because Wound Cleared is funny for this build, I think. And we'll see how it goes. I gotta actually select the team properly, though. It's set to, something random. We'll do something like this, probably. Yeah, that'll work out. Here's the people with good Wrath skill 2s and stuff first. Those are hopefully... We don't have anyone who's got any Wrath skill 3s. And that's because I figured, I didn't really feel like I needed to go fully into, like, Wrath nukes, I guess you could say. Like, I was considering something like Reindeer-ish, stuff like that. But I figured it's kind of best to have a team that can get more consistent Wrath off, potentially. And use shops to... Anyone who's got a Wrath skill 2, aka, you 4... We're gonna try getting you more skill 2s, probably. Skill 1 to skill 2 type deals, right? And this isn't like a Wrath challenge run type deal. We're not gonna be like, oh yeah, Wrath or Bust type thing. At least not this time. Maybe sometime in the future I will do, a Wrath or Bust type thing. But if I do that, I'm going to be bringing, Tweak Glyph, without a doubt. Because, good Wrath counters are hard to come by. I guess Suncliff is also an option, but... Suncliff might be more fun. You know what I mean, though, I think. We're just trying to see how much damage we can do, mainly to bosses, by just getting a lot of the Wrath stuff off. Because we do have there is a fair bit of Wrath synergy in the game as it is, just because, Capote on use gives 1 Wrath power up to all allies next turn, and 4th Match Flame Rodion is a whopping 3 Wrath Fragility next turn. Now, getting a decent bit of, like, a fragility of stand affinity or physical type is kind of hard to do. So even, like, 3 alone is pretty good, but next turn is just kind of, that's on another level, right? Stuff like Hex Nail is super good. It is this turn, so it kind of relies on Faust to be, like, speedy, which is why, LCR Faust, stuff like that works well with that. But it doesn't matter if speed, it's just next turn stuff. Of course, it does mean we're doing more setup-y stuff. But that just means we just turn 1, minimize Wrath usage, that sort of deal, so that turn 2 we can just go all out with it, right? That's how I'm seeing it, at least. And I didn't think it through. I don't know what other stand affinities the Wrath units need. How are we doing on Sloth? I know Capote needs... I think Capote is only 1 Sloth. It might be 2. I think Merceau's is the 1-2 Sloth, though, right? Yeah, yours is 1 Sloth, and we do not have any Sloth in the team whatsoever. Little bit rough. Something I kind of forgot to, check before, and you're fine, though, Wrath, Pride, Envy. We've got all that. Sloth is just the one issue. So hopefully we can get something to counteract that, like Coffee and Grains or something. I think there's a decent odds we do get something to give us more resources at some point, and then we won't have too big of a Sloth issue. There's only 1 Sloth per usage of Capote, and, like, we're just not going to be using it too much. Definitely not until we at least get something for more resources. But I guess we'll just have to roll the shop till we get something like that, right? For safety. Nice. There we go. Good stuff. Explode those enemies. As you do. Okay. Fiery Down. We could also focus on some burn stuff. I mean, Fiery Down's kind of like an obvious take, right? It's just super good. The Logic Circuit also is really good. Think about it now. You got a Wrath skill 1, don't want to change your skills. More cost is nice. More skill 2s for you. Sure, why not? You're a bit of a weird unit to focus on, like, in any situation, but I think we can manage it. Malvo's is not bad, really, but... kind of looking for something to give us some resources. Blue Zippo-Lighter, that'll do the job. And we should be set then. Because the Zippo-Lighter will give us random resources every once in a while. Slash Fragility, if we can pass this, which we might be able to do. Nice. Good thing, not Slash Fragility, but, Slash Resistance is weakened with that. It's a nice effect. I'd say, at least. Quite swell. Oh, whoop, Microsoft noise. My condolences. Let's do it first turn. Why not? Because this will hit the main guy. We set up this turn. Next turn we go for the wrath resistance and stuff, or resonance god resistance. You know what I mean, though. And like these enemies aren't ones we really need to do it on. I'd like to do it at least a couple times because I feel like when I focus on egos and stuff, I do not focus nearly enough on them, right? I think that is safe to say. Is it next turn? Oh, that is next turn. Okay. It didn't look very faded out, but I think it's just because the background is also red. Yeah, that is a next turn thing. I thought it gave the wrath damage up next this turn, which I was like, wait a second. Oh, so I thought it was wrath power up, and I think I'm getting mixed up probably with another thing. Yeah. Be a wrath damage up. You can pull up Kote, and yeah, this is a wrath damage up. I'm getting mixed up with something else then. The corrosion gives wrath fragility to all units next turn as well, so that's also not a bad idea. Corrosion is also a 4 target, which is interesting. And also you can see the people who got hit by that attack, which, you know, mostly died. But you take 30% more damage from wrath skills this turn, so we're going full wrath. Unleashing all of our wrath on you. Couple counter type things going on here, but that's fine. It's worth it. We triggered the passive, I presume. I couldn't tell for sure if we actually did that turn, but I assume we would have triggered the passive and did decent damage. We killed the big guy at least, if nothing else. And that's the part that matters, right? That's right, yeah. Oh, because we're actually getting Wrath Resistance, we're actually triggering Rabbit Heat's passive. I don't think I've ever put him on a Wrath team before, because, you know, you often do, like, units that actually have stronger Wrath skills and stuff. But his passive is a Wrath Resonance, and it gives him, you know, some haste, some power up, in exchange for just having a little bit of charge, which his skill 1 is what gives him charge in the first place. His skill 1 is charge, skill 2 is bleed, skill 3 is rupture for some reason. So that works out. And first floor done. Spent one of our sloth resources there, but I think we're building up now thanks to the Zippo lighter, so it's not too big of a deal. And I guess we'll take horseshoes so that enemies inflict additional bleed, because that is a pretty minor effect. Rest stops up there. Alright. That's fine with me. I'll probably go middle path. Don't particularly want the event. The middle path will work. I'd say so. Oh right, all enemies need. I was like, wait a second. I don't think I don't know if the wrath damage I've applied last turn. All enemies need burn potency, and a fair bit of it. Okay. I want like dust to dust or something then, so that we can maintain the burn a little bit easier. That's kind of the big issue. Well, it's like a decent bit of burn with a random attack and stuff, like our lust attacks or something burn thanks to having fiery down. But without any count, it really doesn't matter, does it? So we need a little bit of burn. I forgot about the conditional on the Wrath Pass. I probably should have checked that beforehand, but I kind of was just like, oh sure, it's fine. It won't matter against someone like, you know, Kim if we fight Kim, which, I mean, I'm gonna fight Kim. Why would I not fight Kim? But it does mean that against, you know, more group encounters, our Wrath funny isn't going to be as funny. Need to get Wrath on it. We're going to need to get some burn on everyone. It's a nice effect though, because it's Wrath damage up to everyone if we get a decent, if we get a 6 resonance at least, I think. But it's also a power up. A Wrath power, or no, it's just a straight up attack power for Leaf Fixers. Even if they're not going for Wrath attacks, as long as we have, you know, the Wrath resonance. So, pretty good effect. I'm forgetting a lot of very simplistic things this run. And I do apologize for that. That's how it goes, though. Blunt risk encounter here, it's not going to be too bad. You know, it's going to be like Inquisitors or something, and we'll be able to punch them to death. Yeah, Inquisitors it is. We're going to have the most, like, actual punching attacks, which is a little sad, but that's fine. It's resonance, right? Highest absolute resonance allies in deployment order. Okay, cool. Looks good to me. We'll do something like that, sure. 4 resonance for the first 4 people. No, it doesn't even matter because they don't have the burn potency. The passive doesn't trigger like that. Rodion still gets, you know, the damage against enemies with burn, but these enemies do not have burn, so it doesn't do much, right? I'll remember sooner or later, right? Should have started with Burnio Gifts instead of bleed stuff, but I was like, I just see Wound Cleared, and it's just, you know, neuron activation. You guys get how it is, I'm sure. Who doesn't love a good Wound Declared ++? Which is going to be the plan here, this upcoming rest stop. We love it. What more is there? I think it's too fragile next turn. Oh, it's because you get Clash Lose, right. The enemies gave themselves fragile. I was like, wait a second, did we get this more fragile from quick suppression? But no, it's just the units themselves inflicting their own fragile. I think some of the Uncorv Inquisitors have like, oh, on hit inflict fragile, on clash lose gain fragile, that sort of thing. A lot of the random Inquisitor skills are really rough, like the one that's just like an instant stagger. I think that's Guido's thing, but you know what I mean. Oh, this is more sloth, that's nice. You got this? Hit him with the pinpoint blitz. So we get the chop within a flash, gain more resources. Maintain our sloth and wound cleared. ++ for the Wrath Bunnies. Fiery down, more burn potency. And we got lucky so we can actually get it to ++ too, so it's even more burn multiplication in case we need it. Alright then. Okay, Blunt Sloth, that is the apple most likely. Might also be something else. I think I'm getting it mixed up though, I think it used to be like that. I feel like it's only apple now, but I might be wrong. Okay, well, plan is simple. First turn, we're not going to do too much damage to him. Next turn, we'll do setup-y stuff, right? Well, it don't matter too much. We'll do that, sure. Looks good. A little bit of an all-out war. Hopefully we don't kill it in one turn. Maybe I should have egoed in case we do kill it in one turn. I don't think we should, though, because usually you don't. It's got a lot of HP on the body. Usually, like, staggered or something first turn. We do have some strong attacks coming its way, though. And that is a lot of bleed, geez. And a lot of burn, really. Yeah. Should have just done the setup-y stuff. Should have at least capoted, right, for the wrath damage at next turn. That's fine. Yep. Okay, we'll still have this be a setup-y turn, though, because we want to set the stuff up. Fourth match flame, throw that on the head. One of these. One of these. These. You're gonna capote one of those. You can do one of those, okay. That'll work. Fourth match flame for the Wrath Fragility. I should have corroded capote, I forgot about that part. That's fine, it's not that big of a difference. Just means you don't also get a little bit more Wrath Fragility on this thing next turn. Or is the corroded one next turn, or is it the current turn? I don't know. I might be forgetting something. For fragilities, like this turn or next turn really makes like a huge difference sometimes. It's why Force for the Flames is so good, because it's 2 fragility next turn on heads. Super good setup stuff, compared to stuff like Quick Suppression or like Suppress from LCZ BHML that is kind of speed dependent. Not that it matters too much for Quick Suppressions, because, you know, keeps it fast. It's usually not an issue. Like if we were to corrode Capote. Yeah, it is next turn as well. Just wanted to make sure. Well, we go all out this turn. Full of Wrath. Full of Wrath. But unfortunately, because we don't actually trigger Rodion's passive there because you don't have enough burn. Unfortunate. Really need to get that dust to dust, I think. That's the main thing. Or just like not taking the circuit board was a big misplay on my part, I think. Would work really well for a team like this, just for more burn. Like envy and burn attacks. We've got some random envy attacks on some people here. So like Dawn's skill 2 or Heathcliff's skill 3. People who don't have any burn otherwise getting a little bit of burn. Could have been nice. But that's alright. More HP for the enemies. Yeah, I'm fine with that. It means enemies will be able to burn more, right? Which is positive in my book. Really, Heathcliff? No, nothing really. Need to roll for something actually decent. More skill 2s for you is nice. Give it one more. Helterfly? More burn potency. I'll take it, yeah. We're gonna have to get dust to dust from this boss, probably. The dog. Dog's not too bad. Something like that. Okay. Seems good. Seems good. Forgetting about the burn thing is really throwing a big loop into like the Mega Wrath turn, right? And we're also bleeding the enemy a lot, which means they are not living long enough sometimes for us to get, you know, the maximum potential out of our plans. Intergate Elvis Drake is good stuff, though. Yeah, I guess the issue also is Ishmael and Rodin are the only people on our team with burn count, right? They're also the two that we're having do the setup Wrath Egos, which do not inflict burn count. Oh, I stupid, wasn't I? Yeah. I just remembered, if we had yours is burn count, okay. That might be the secret solution, then. Lifetime Stu inflicts burn count. We've got that equipped, so we actually do have a way to get burn count off. It means we'll have to use another ego. It means Dawn's Sanity won't be, you know, the best thing turn 2, but she's also not doing a lot of damage anyways. She's just kind of along for the ride. Maybe she had a purpose after all, being the burn count inflictor against, like, bosses and stuff. Not a bad idea. Unfortunate thing is, against Alleyway Watchdog, it has too many parts. All the parts need to have 6+ burn potency, unfortunately. And that'll be a little hard to achieve. Because it's got like 4 body parts, and if we have barely any ways to actually keep burn going, that's not happening. We'll have to live without Rodion's passive, that's okay. We still get the other sources of Wrath, Fragility, and Power Up, you know. Still get Capote, still get 4th Match Flame. That should work decently enough still. Here's speaking counter, so it's gonna be like TLA, Rose Spanner, or like Taikyu. TLA it is. We do have some Pierce attacks. We get a pinpoint blitz that guy who is weak to it. We also get a quick suppression this guy who's doubly weak to it. That's nice. You don't gain the coin power because you don't have high enough speed, but the quick suppression should still tear through this thing relatively easily. Yeah. They actually survived. That's insane. I mean, thanks to having Helterfly, I think it will still burn to death anyways. That person is at like low HP, and the Helterfly should just do enough random burn to kill it. No? 5 HP. Not quite enough. That's alright. Well, you died as our other text this turn. So it still ends up turning well enough. Bonk. Look, that was, never mind. Stop judging me, Ishmael. What else was Sinclair gonna do there? Like, you're acting like, you know, it was my fault, my bad commanding or something, but like... It's a special attack. Sure, it's not gonna do a lot of damage. You can let Sinclair dream a little, right? Nothing wrong in that. Nothing wrong in some dreams from now and then. From time to time. At least I don't think so. I hope you get a bunch of events now. That's good. Event. Okay, Metro Polaris, whatever it's called. Metropolis, whatever. We lose SP, but we get the 4th field. Funny. Enhanced Helterfly? Sure. I think I'll leave it at that, though. We'll save up for the next shop or something. Oh! This is really good for us. Commemorative coin. More damage to us. Not great. And a little bit less than ideal on Sanity right now, that's for sure. That's okay. So commemorative coins means we can either double up on Capote or 4th Match Flame, which means more Wrath damage up or more Wrath Fragility next turn, which is really good. Now, we need to be a little cautious of our Sanity, but that shouldn't be too bad. A quick suppression, sure, we'll throw that on this turn too, might as well. Illustrate. It'd be really nice to get that off, though. Yeah, it really would be. Actually, what might be better, though, is Intergate Elvis striking the telepole, because then every part's going to have burn count. And we should be able to get enough burn potency to maintain it. We might actually be able to trigger a passive. Okay. Kind of an unexpected outcome, but it's a nice one. That's for sure. We'll go for some of these neutrals, hopefully win some clashes that don't look too winnable. Alright, you didn't even clash yet. Yeah, because I wanted you to hit multiple parts for the commitment to the bit. And you're getting another one this turn, next turn, so you can do that. You can do a bit of that. Okay, that looks pretty. This looks like a pretty solid turn, I think. This one will go twice. You'll lose some sanity, but that just means you get tails, which is good, right? And hopefully this hits the body twice. That's the main thing we're hoping for, right? Chances are it will. Chances are your sanity plummets in the process, but small price to pay. Could not tell if that hit the body. I'm sure either way we're fine. Nice clash win, get some sanity back, good stuff. We'll get that quick suppression off just for some fragility and stuff. Oh yeah, we do have Slick's fragility onto the body though. The telepoles didn't get hit either time. Fine by me. Okay, if we lose the clash, we get an attack power up next turn. Good stuff. I'm fine with that, I think. Lifetime 2 wins, of course, and this is burn count to a bunch of things, which is super good. Thanks to our random infliction of burn, like here and there, we should be able to get 6 potency on everything, and the count should make them stay like that. If I'm not mistaken, let's check. Oh, it looks like it, yeah. Yep. This part, this part, this part, and this part, so we can actually trigger your passive here, I think. Yeah. Cool. Oh, and we can double up 4th match flame. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, don't mind if I do. Oh. Speed is a different issue, that's for sure. We need a passive duty. Can you flash anything? You cannot. Awesome. You cannot. Okay. Well, this speed thing is a little unfortunate this turn, but what isn't unfortunate is the fact that if we one side, we might just be able to do a stupid amount of damage here. Oh, we could double Art of Blossom Star, actually. Actually, that's a good idea. With the person, because it's already broken. Yeah, sure. We'll double up on this one. We'll get tails. We'll probably kill our allies or something, but you're going to take so much damage this turn. 60% more damage from Art of Blossom off on top of, you know... I mean, there's 2 Wrath damage up on Ishmael itself. Oh no, only 1 because we didn't Capote first turn, that's fine. Okay, this didn't corrode though. If there's 1 damage up though thanks to passive, 1 Wrath damage up. 1 power up thanks to passive, 1 Wrath damage up thanks to passive, that sort of deal. Okay, that time it didn't hit the body, I don't think. That's fine. Flash series will do a lot. Okay, we take some one-sided hits, but that's fine, because, it's worth it. We get to see a funny 4th match flame come off afterwards. Yeah. We don't lose anyone here, that's the important thing. No one gets staggered or anything. 4th match flame, get the heads, lucky stuff, and this will do a lot of damage. Making the most of this Wrath, Fragility, and the like. Yeah. 620, that's a single target. We could have actually hit multiple things if I was smarter about it, or at least 2 things, right? Raise the grass, finishes the job. Alright. Yeah, that was a little bit stupid, I think. Just stacking the Wrath to the maximum possibility. Oh, and there's Dust to Dust. Okay, so we shouldn't need to worry about that anymore. Every enemy should stay at burn. I guess the one issue is it's first turn start a wave, so if we fought like Chrome or something, it wouldn't work. That might be Chrome, but we're going for Kim anyway, so that doesn't make a difference. Upon some further introspection. Now, we've got some fights to build our sanity back up a little bit. Make sure we'll be in a decent spot for Kim. I don't think we'll need to do too much else fancy here. No, Blind Obsession's a bad idea. I was like, oh, it'll heal sanity. Well, we'll use, like, the Yust and Yada, probably. How much? 25 for 4 allies? Yeah. That's worth it, I think. Sure. Alright, Blitz, we win these? We do win these, that's good. We're just having Ishmael clash, but that's because she should still be fine. She'll spend some sanity, but she'll gain more back in the process. And Yas and Yada will definitely get Ishmael's sanity up to a better degree. Oh, I just forgot. I forgot about the commemorative point. I just remembered now. My bad. Also, Yasunin is hitting a lot of enemies thanks to Heathcliff being high sanity. 1, 2, the weight of your crime returns with each rumbling of the earth. It really does. There's the snag harpoon, though. What? Did Yasunin... Okay, I think it's just the turn order being weird. Because it looks like Yasunin didn't hit Ishmael, but it surely would hit Ishmael, logically. I think it'll hit, like, after this point, though. It's just being weird about turn order. Surely he's not still going to be at negative 30 sanity. Yeah, okay, there it is. Actually, it might have just been a friend. Maybe he's dying or something. I don't think so, though. I think it works. Yeah. Well, we can just do this, then. We should be able to get more sanity just by winning clashes and the like. Yeah, compulsion means that Ishmael's doing decently here. And she got a kill, so that's even more sanity for her. If anyone survives this turn, which... I don't know, Burn might do the job? No. Okay, well, at least we'll take this kill, I think. It also means full Wrath Resonance, which is funny. We do get the passive here, thanks to the enemy having enough burn. And there we go. Sanity should no longer be an issue. Glad to see it. Okay, slash damage up, sure thing. We're using a fair bit of slash egos, so might as well. Fourth match flame. On top of just some of our other random slash stuff we have. We'll take this. We don't need charge, so sure. It can be self-water if nothing else, and then we just take middle path to the end. Should be good. Yeah, we've got a little bit of slash because you're all slash. Your skill 1 and skill 2, I'm on the wrong thing. Your skill 2 and skill 3 are slash. Your skill 1 and skill 3 are slash. A fair bit of slash even without egos, but we're going to be wanting fourth match. We're going to be wanting a lot of fourth match flames, mainly from you, but also a bit from you, but just the high damage output. So it checks out. Immediate quick suppression. This guy, he resisted. It doesn't matter because we have high speed. He'll be taking a lot of damage. Sort of thing. Oh, Rodion loses those. Okay. Fair enough, I guess. My apologies. Yes, I should have seen it coming, I guess. My bad, my bad. Also, if I was smarter, I would have put Liu, like, Hong Lu as a support passive or something for this, but it doesn't make that big of a difference. We got Dust to Dust, we're set, basically, right? The extra bleed stuff we're taking rather Wrath Hex, it's like a little bit of a nice bonus from Moon Flare. You know, sure, it would have been better to start with stuff that actually makes sense for this team, but I didn't want to just go, like, with another Burn team, right? I wanted to go with a Wrath team, which is a similar thing so far, but that's fine. We'll get more entities with multiple Wrath probably soon, if I had to guess. I wouldn't be shocked if we get one of those next season. Wrath is funny, after all. Oh, I think either Wrath or Envy is going to be huge next season. I hope Wrath, because we do not need more Envy, right? But if he's evolved is an Envy, it would make sense very thematically. I'm hoping it's a Wrath for a bit of variety, though, right? Okay, good. If it looks good, as if it really makes much of a difference what we do in this fight. We're going to punch these guys to death for the most part. They're going to burn to death also a fair bit, because they all start with burn count. And thanks to Fiery Down, their burn will be multiplied very heavily. Oh yeah, we're fine. And everyone's sanity will be good for Kim. Just to make sure, right? We'll see if there's anyone we're going to change the skills of. Once again, I've said it before, but there's 4 people we do a skill 1 to skill 2, and otherwise you probably wouldn't do anything, because we just want more Wraths. Don Quixote and Heathcliff have Wrath skill 1s, so they don't need it. And kill this guy. With fists. Not hammers for once. This guy uses a hammer, so we're killing him with fists instead of killing him with hammers, because if we kill him with his own weapon, it would be, like, weird, right? Maybe. That's like I mean that's like the thing that like. Sure, we'll give you another skill too. What else do we want? We can sell a lot of stuff we want to here. I don't know if there's anything we're really looking for. Eh? There's a bunch of things we could take. I guess we'll take Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I guess we'll take the little and we'll be a naughty plushie. We'll sell a lot of the stuff that does nothing for us. I mean, don't get me wrong, some of this stuff could do stuff for us because we've got like Heathcliff. I think that was like basically nothing for us. And we'll just upgrade some random stuff probably. That'll be the play. Yeah, take little naughty plushie. Carmilla does nothing. Illusory Hunt, sure, that's more damage. Anything that's more damage is funny for us, right? No. I'll resist for once. I know, showing restraint. What an odd thing for me to do. This is fine, though. Head to the rest stop. Upgrade this a little bit. I've actually never upgraded this, I don't think. Because anytime I take dust to dust, I'm basically always use it. It's more burn, though, so that's cool. Sloth Resonance, yeah. Sloth Resonance won't happen on this team, believe it or not. We kind of don't have any Sloth. Wrath Resonance, however, that will happen a lot for 8 Brand Burn to the one enemy we're going to be fighting against. And we could have healed there or something, but, I mean, we don't need to. On to him we go. See just how hard we can Wrath him. I'm actually not going to Capote because I'd much rather double up the 4th match flame. I think that's a logical enough play. Are you one-sided? You've got to go for a bit of a risky clash, but I'm fine with that. And we cannot redirect that, and you're taking it. Eh. Actually, you could redirect that. Kind of rather redirect this, though, right? Yeah. Well, this is the best we can do. Actually, we will... Oh, body sacrifice, sure thing. You're just gonna skill 1 next turn, so, like, we could set up more Fragility, which is funny, but then we don't get the maximum possible Wrath, which is fine, because then it wouldn't hit Dawn. Actually, yeah, that's fine. 5 Wrath Resonance is still gonna be really good, right? I'd say so. So we might actually just get a bunch of Fragility on this guy with Quick Suppression next turn? Yeah, it stacks well, I think. Okay. I've made my decision. It will be the funny move. This might work. Yeah, nice. If we got some bad luck there, it wouldn't have worked as well, but we got good luck, so we were fine. Fiery knife handing, some dual striking, all that good stuff. A little bit of burn damage. This turn is the... You're not even that fast this turn, really. Oh, well, I digress. Catch breath? We don't even want to catch breath with you. No, definitely not. Well, I guess we're gonna go full Wrath, yeah. Love you, just stick to this. But we will pull out the... Do we want the Art of Blossom Star? Yeah, we'll take it. We'll go for it, I think. It's funny. And we just do this because we're probably just going to be able to stagger you, right? Because we're going to double up 4th match flames. It is super nice that it's not invisible anymore. That was a funny bug while it lasted. Just the invisible 4th match flame Ryoshu. Heads, please. Nice. We got a little lucky on that front. I'll take it, though, that's for sure. It was like a neutral chance, but still, knowing my luck, I was expecting it to not go well. And yeah, do a little bit of damage there. Nice 400 damage. You're just skill wanting just for a little bit more damage, that sort of deal. Fine. And you got a heads too, and very lucky stuff. Because you're staggered, you are weak to pierce, so this does as much damage as like a strong Wrath slash attack. It's a pretty strong ego in general, yeah, so it does a lot of damage. Also stagger damage too, not that it does much of anything. Do we kill? Burn kills him. That works then. Alright. That's pretty good. It really, when you're using Kim's weaknesses against him, it's really not that big of a deal to kill him that quickly. It's still nice to see, though. It's fun to do, right? Setting up the Wrath stuff. The coin helps a lot, just for getting a stupid amount of Wrath Fragility up there. Shame we couldn't Capote beforehand for, you know, the maximum funny. And it's a shame that Heathcliff's speed roll was abysmal that turn, so that we couldn't, like, set up the Fragility and still get enough of a Wrath Absolute Resonance to be satisfied. But that's fine. We get our 9 boxes, and we get our daily pulls for more shards. See what we get. I did get paid lunacy. I mean, I think it was before yesterday's episode, so you've already seen it. I got more of it, of course, just to make sure I could fuel these. I'm saying this now because it'd be really funny if I jinx it, but I don't think I've ever actually, like, after sharding a 3-star, I don't think I've ever, like, gotten the 3-star shortly after from a daily pull, right? Like, that's always the fear, right? Like, oh, you should wait on it, because, like, you're pretty likely to just randomly get it at some point, but I don't think it's ever happened to me. I might be wrong, but, like, sharding has never really been a waste for me in, like, even in, like, the long term, it feels like. I don't know. Yeah, that's the funny thing you can do with the new Liu IDs. Not that you needed the new Liu IDs to do it, but Rhodion's passive is a funny thing to just throw into the mix as far as it goes. But anyways, that'll be all for this time. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!